$400 in a single day. Not from a job. Not from a client I pitched last month. From work I did this morning, delivered this afternoon, paid by dinner. And here is the part that made me stop and actually think about what just happened. I spent maybe 3 hours on it. The rest of my day looked completely normal. This is not a flex. This is a data point. Because when I started tracking what was actually possible with AI-assisted income in 2026, I realized most people are still operating on assumptions from 2 years ago. They think making money with AI means building apps or having technical skills or somehow getting lucky with a viral product. They are wrong. And that gap between what people assume and what is actually happening right now, that gap is where the money is. Welcome back to Zero Index. Gartner projects worldwide AI spending will hit $2.5 trillion this year. Trillion with a T. That number sounds abstract until you realize where that money actually flows. It does not all go to OpenAI and Google. A huge portion of it flows to individuals, freelancers, small operators, people running what I call microservices. And there is a reason for that which took me a while to fully understand. I will come back to it because it changes how you should think about every opportunity in this space. But first, let me tell you exactly what I did today. I woke up, checked my inbox, and saw 3 requests that had come in overnight. One was from a small e-commerce brand that needed product descriptions rewritten for a new line. 47 products. They were paying $50 per batch of 10, with a 24-hour turnaround. Old world math says that is maybe 2 days of grinding work for $235. New world math, I used Claude to generate first drafts based on specs, spent about 40 minutes editing and adding brand voice, delivered in 3 hours. $235 before lunch. The second request was from a marketing agency I have done work for before. They needed a script outline for a 60-second video ad. Flat rate, $100. I spent maybe 30 minutes on it because I already had a framework and AI helped me iterate on hooks faster than I could have done manually. The third was a rush job. Someone needed a client-facing report summarized and reformatted by end of day. $65 for what turned out to be about an hour of actual focus time. Total, $400. Total focused work time, maybe 4.5 hours if I am being generous. Now here is where I need to be precise because most people miss this completely. I am not telling you this because the AI did all the work. It did not. I am telling you this because the AI collapsed the time between having a skill and delivering a result. There is a belief floating around that AI income means finding some magic prompt or secret tool that prints money. I have tested dozens of these so-called opportunities. Most of them are garbage. The ones labeled Donaforio AI business packages, those are almost always templates sold by people whose only real income comes from selling the templates. The actual pattern I see working in 2026 is simpler and less glamorous. You take a skill you already have, or one you can develop in a few weeks, and you use AI to execute it faster. A 26-year-old I talked to last month, she was a former English teacher. She started offering AI-assisted blog writing for small businesses at $50 per article. Within 4 months she had scaled to 15 regular clients. That is $750 per month from each batch of deliverables, with maybe 10 hours of work per week. She is not a technical person. She does not know how to code. She just understood that small business owners need content and do not want to write it themselves. AI let her deliver quality at a speed that made the math work for both sides. And this is where it gets strange. Her clients know she uses AI. They assume it. They do not care. What they are paying for is the output quality and the fact that she understands their business well enough to make the content actually useful. That shift, from paying for labor to paying for outcomes, that is the thing nobody talks about enough. I mentioned there was a reason so much money flows to individuals instead of just big companies. Here it is. Large organizations move slowly. They have procurement processes and legal reviews and integration timelines. When a mid-size law firm needs an AI-powered document summarization workflow set up, they do not want to wait 6 months for an enterprise vendor. They want it working next week. So they hire a freelancer. And they pay well, often $5,000 to $50,000 for custom implementations, with ongoing maintenance contracts that create recurring revenue. But here is the part that actually surprised me. The generalists are getting squeezed. If you just offer generic AI writing services with no specific angle, you are competing with thousands of other people who can do the exact same thing. Rates compress. The work becomes a race to the bottom. The people holding or growing their rates are specialists. Healthcare. Legal. Financial services. Anything with domain complexity that a generic AI user cannot fake. I tested this myself. When I pitched general content writing, I got lowballed constantly. When I pitched content specifically for B2B software companies, which I actually understand because I have worked in that space, my close rate doubled and my rates went up 30%. The AI did not change. My positioning did. Okay. I want to be honest here because I think a lot of content about making money with AI oversells the timeline. If you are starting from zero, no existing clients, no clear skill, no portfolio, you are probably not making $400 a day next week. That is just reality. But here is what the data actually shows. AI service setups like chatbot implementation or short-form video editing can generate real income within 30 to 60 days if you pair them with daily outreach and a clear outcome-based offer. Daily outreach. That is the part people skip. They build a service, post about it once, and wonder why nothing happens. The people I see succeeding treat it like a job at first. 10 outreach messages a day. Testing different offers. Tracking what gets responses. Iterating. One creator I have been following made his first dollar from AI-assisted services on day 19. By day 45 he had crossed $1,000 total. By month 4 he was at $5,000 per month. Not passive. Not easy. But real. And there is a ceiling question here that matters. Beginner services tend to max out around $5,000 to $10,000 monthly unless you add leverage. That leverage usually looks like one of two things: either you build a small team and become an agency, or you create digital products that sell while you sleep. Stock footage is a good example. If you use AI tools to generate consistent video clips and build a portfolio of 200 to 500 pieces, you can generate $300 to $1,500 per month passively. It takes time to build, but once it is there, it just keeps paying. Let me close the loop I opened earlier. The reason individual operators capture so much of that $2.5 trillion in AI spending is because they can move fast and stay close to specific customer needs. But there is a second layer I did not mention. AI-driven video for affiliate marketing is seeing conversion rates 2 to 3 times higher than static banners. 3 times. That is not a small edge. That is a completely different business model. The key, from everyone I have talked to who is actually doing this, is keeping videos under 60 seconds and focusing entirely on the pain point the product solves. Not features. Not specs. The problem it fixes. I tested this with a simple product review format. 60 seconds, hook in the first 3 seconds, problem agitation for 20 seconds, solution for 20 seconds, call to action for the last 15. The engagement difference compared to my older static content was immediately visible. This is where I think most people watching this video have an advantage they do not realize. If you understand a specific niche, fitness, personal finance, productivity, parenting, whatever, you can create AI-assisted content for that niche faster than a generalist ever could. You know what problems actually matter to that audience. You know the language they use. AI is the accelerant. Your knowledge is the fuel. So here is where I land after tracking this for months and testing it myself. $400 in a day is not magic. It is not passive. It is the result of building skills, finding clients, and using AI to collapse the execution time so the economics actually work. The opportunity in 2026 is real. Gartner does not throw around $2.5 trillion projections for no reason. But the opportunity goes to people who treat this seriously, who specialize, who do the outreach, who focus on outcomes instead of tools. The Donaforio packages are mostly traps. The get-rich-quick angles are mostly noise. The actual path is more boring and more reliable than the hype suggests. If you are watching this and wondering where to start, here is what I would do in the next 24 hours. Pick one skill you already have or could develop quickly. Find one platform where people are already paying for that skill, Upwork, Fiverr, LinkedIn, even cold email. And test one offer that promises a specific outcome, not just AI assistance. Then do it again tomorrow. And the day after. That is how $400 days start. Not with a secret. With repetition until something clicks. If this is the kind of thing you want to keep thinking about, subscribe. I am going to keep tracking what is actually working and what is just noise.